Hey everyone, it's Rob Dog. Welcome to my house of music. And today we are, of course, back at it with another album reaction. As, well, you can see it on the screen. Today we are turning the clock back a little bit. We are listening to Vylet Pony's Cutiemarks and the Things That Bind Us. Now, as most of you here are, I'm sure, familiar with, I previously reacted to a different Vylet Pony album, that of course being Monarch of Monsters. But from my understanding, that one was a departure from the style she usually does. Now, Monarch of Monsters was, I cannot put into words just how spectacular that album was. I mean, she really pulled everything together for one of the best albums last year. And then I also saw, I haven't listened to it yet, but I saw she just dropped a single for her upcoming album. So let me know if y'all want me to react to that. But I might do with that album what I'm doing with the upcoming Quedeca album, and just wait until I had the full album experience, like the full album out, just run through it all at one time, have, all my first listens at the same time. But that being said, so Cutiemarks and the Things That Bind Us. This is an album that I feel like even before I'd heard of Monarch of Monsters, I'd like vaguely heard of it somewhere, but I don't know where. But I'm anticipating this is going to be more in, Vylet Pony's usual lane of like, EDM and that kind of stuff, which sometimes it isn't my thing, but like I'm the type of person where pretty much if anything's well done, like even if I'm not a fan of the style, I will more than forgive it. Anyway, obviously this is one of the longer run times for an album that I've reviewed, so let's just get into it.
Something that I've thought about, well, not a ton, but like it's been in my brain, it's been in my mind, since I first started watching the series. I mean, specifically with the Cutiemark Crusaders, right? Their whole thing for like a good chunk of the show was the whole, they don't have Cutiemarks. They don't have Cutiemarks and they aren't treated well for it, and that sucks. And like, I found it really cool that as characters, their whole thing was just, having fun and being friends and experiencing life without any sort of one goal. They were just kind of experiencing it. They weren't like defined by their one true talent, they could just be themselves. You think about Cutiemarks, you could say that, it's something they're talented at, but then there's points where that doesn't really work, because like Rarity is talented at fashion and stuff, at creating things, but her Cutiemark is gems. But then like with Applejack, she got her Cutiemark when she realized she should go back to her family, but that's kind of different from apple bucking and stuff, because that could mean anything. But I remember there was the episode where Apple Bloom, she made a potion. I think she stole the stuff from Zecora, and it gave her a Cutiemark, quote unquote. And it was like plate spinning, and she was like, wow, finally I have a goal or whatever. And she just did plate spinning all the time. And I can respect that, I guess, but it was almost like she had to. And I think in this situation it was more like a compulsion too. So the issue I have with it is basically the idea of a Cutiemark is it's the one thing that's a summation of you, right? It's meant to be like what defines you and your one true purpose, but the thing is, like, that's not how anyone works. You can't really do that. So it really annoyed me with the Cutiemark Crusaders that they got Cutiemarks in the end, and it was this weird, your one entire thing in life is just helping other people find their entire thing in life. Maybe there's multiple things. that are like important. Maybe there's no one big thing. Maybe it's just a bunch of little things that there's some enjoyment in, you know? I think it would be neat if there was more ponies without cutie marks. And they weren't just trying to find the one. It's just that, I don't even know. I'm a little tired. I'm always tired though.
Me too, girl. So I'm not really gonna give that one a rating. I think, first of all, I know that sometimes Violet will do things like she'll bring certain people within her community and get have them involved on her projects, which I think is a cool thing. I don't know who this calamari spider person that I'm assuming that's who was doing the kind of spoken word or kind of giving the speech over the instrumental there. I don't know her relation to everything, but I thought it was nice. It was chill, but it doesn't feel like something that really needs to get a rating. So on to the next one. I will rate this one. So with that said, Cutiemarks. So for kind of the second track, but really the first song, I really liked that first half. I really liked, how Vylet, divvied up the chops for the first drop. I was really, really into the pitched up vocals there. So, almost sounded like something you could confuse for like a camo track, if you know what that is. If you don't, but you know who Jane Remover is, Camo is an old friend of hers. They've made a few songs together, but it sounded like different enough, to be, still distinct, even if it was like similar. Now, the second half of the track I wasn't as crazy about, nothing. And I'm guessing that was the guest verse Chi Chi that came in for that second half. Nothing against her, nothing against that. Just didn't quite hit the same. That's all. But overall, it's still just in the penthouse. Did enjoy. Did much enjoy. All right, next track.
Ooh, Bonnie, I've been trying to escape from the stupid fucking phase I call love. Oh, Bonnie, won't you show me how to live? I've been under a rock since I was a feeling. Ooh, oh, Bonnie, do you remember who I am? You picked me up when I was at my lowest. Oh no. Get home at 7 p.m. Nothing to do. Been getting fucked up at school again. Just wanna talk to you. It's been practice for the recital coming up, but I'd rather be online, cause I don't really give a fuck. Ooh, Bonnie, won't you show me how to live? I've been under a rock since I was a feeling. Ooh, oh, Bonnie, do you remember who I am? You picked me up when I was at my lowest. Oh no. Oh, Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie. Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie. Oh, Bonnie. Bonnie. Ooh, I've been thinking about you since you left. You said we'd be best friends, but you're stuck in my head. Oh, won't you call me back? Secret ages, sweetie drops. Let's forget this whole facade. My lovely lesbian hot shot. Ooh, please just call me back. Oh, let's just dance together. It'll be alright. Oh. Did you ever read the letters I sent? I left them on your desk.
That one hit right here. A little bit of a, I guess one. Yeah, it definitely is a little one-sided, like crush thing that just kind of goes nowhere. Just finding so much joy and hope in one person that and then it grows so strong that it becomes too much, and then it never becomes anything. Damn. Now the song itself, by the way, this is one where I really like both parts. I think it was done extremely, extremely well. It's one of those soft, subtle tracks, but and obviously it's Vylet Pony's voice. If y'all saw my Monarch of Monsters reaction, y'all know that I am a fan of Vylet Pony's vocals. Y'all know I'm a fan of that. And I think this all came together really well. It's in the penthouse, few steps outside the VIP, but kind of close. Now, for the next track, Antonev. And we're about to get another jump in strings. Let's go.
She said, raw X3, so it's true love at first sight. Throw out my candy bracelets, now I'm headed to class. I'm still 20%, so get your head out your ass. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you hear the I'm the antonym of the internet. Been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. She said, do you like waffles? I said, hell yeah. Been watching Equals 3 until 2 a.m. I ain't got no iPhone, but I got a DS with a keychain, a pinky. Her cupcakes are the best. I've been failing my classes cause I don't give a damn. They say the world is my oyster, but the free market's a scam. Everything's been changing since last generation was born, and they won't try to take and change. Use a two-edged sword. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of the internet. Been fighting on new grounds over if my love is valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Don't care, you think it's cringe because it's not your life. It's never too late to fall in love with the world. Your past is not today, so say your stride with a twirl. Yeah, we've all made mistakes before, that's a fact of life. But once you restate your heart, you'll be just fine. Now it's your life, you say it's all mine. All mine. Revel in your friends and hobbies, let your heart speak. When a drifter says some shit, just block that internet free. I'm the antonym of the internet, still cleaning up the viruses that you had left. I think I'm falling in love again. Don't stop until you I'm the antonym of
lines of this track were just pure nostalgia for me. Partly because, I mean, I'll let the cat out of the bag here because I'm pretty sure if I remember right, Vylet Pony's 26, and in that case, me and her are literally the same age. So like all this stuff that she grew up on or that she remembers, yeah, I'm like, yeah, I was there for most of that too. So like I remember when, like, well, was Raw X3 ever more than a... I don't know if I use that example, but... Oh, yeah. I haven't been, like, super active with, like, the My Little Pony fandom for a few years, but, like, do y'all still do the 20% cooler thing? Because, like, I'm old enough to remember, like, when that was starting. But either way, nostalgia aside, I mean, it's a cute little track. It's a fun little track. And then also been fighting on new rounds over If My Love Is Valid. Fuck the cynicism, let the colors fly. Hell yeah. Let me... somewhere in editing, I am just putting something in here to let my colors fly as well. Okay, now it can go. But anyway, I loved it. You know, it's a fun little cute song. It's, you know, and it's all done good too. So and I can understand how, you know, some of the dropping references here and there would like turn some people off to it. Those people need to loosen up a little. I'm gonna be frank. Those people need to loosen up a little. And as for rating, it's in the penthouse, kind of right alongside what's her name, Bonnie. My brain wanted to say Betty, but I knew it was something else. It's Bonnie. Like Five Nights at Freddy's. aka do crime. Okay, now getting back to being a little more serious with this. So yeah, everything I said about the last track being fun, turn that up a couple notches. The quote about, there's some stuff in the lyrics you can't get over, you need to get over yourself, applies even more here. And hell yeah. Absolutely. Again, the pitched up vocals, yes. The more I wouldn't even call that solid. Like that was like sugary sweet music done right. And for that reason, it is in the penthouse. Is it VIP? I'm thinking about it. It's right outside. It is right outside. But like, it's so close. It's not quite in, but it's pushing on the little velvet rope. But with that out the way, on to the next track.
I got diamonds on my neck, so yeah, you really tripping, but a street rat like yourself. You walked through the door at the stroke of midnight, you were really up to no good. So tell me what I want and give me what I need, and I'll make sure you go free. Cause it's real tight shit in the syndicate, when you sell your soul to the syndicate. We've been falling on hard times, can't you see? With the flick of this trigger is history. Brushing myself from side to side, sweeping the shells in red. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Oh baby, I can feel your heartbeat. How's a lady like me getting caught in the fray? Just sit still for me, darling. So there I was, shot and dead in the fold. I knew what had to be done. They've been having us by a string. They cut us off and never look back. So we make them bleed, 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 bleed. So we make them bleed, 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 bleed.
Sing a song about love.
So we make them bleed, 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 bleed. So we make them bleed, 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 bleed. So we make them bleed.
And then that suddenly took a much darker turn. Also, okay, if you're hearing like some weather in the background, please excuse me. I obviously cannot control that. But yeah, dark sky outside with a dark turn in the story. How fitting. But anyway, what did I think of it in general? I thought that one was pretty good too. I mean, obviously. Where can I point to it? Yeah, the little green check gave it a like. Yeah, I did enjoy my listening experience. Definitely, like, the atmosphere was like unsettling in the best way. Like, the kind where it made you feel like, why am I here? I am not supposed to be here. I am not supposed to see this. Which is exactly what it was going for. And just damn. Once again, it's in the penthouse. And again, few steps from the VIP.
I didn't know that I could still love you, but still I wondered every day. I think I dreamt of you the other night. No short-lived memory. Look how far you've come, becoming some pony brand new. I've been away for so long, but when you came home, you were still you. Somehow I knew it and further. What did I get us into? Still my heart is breaking. No magic could heal these wounds. I wish I could tell you, but I don't wanna fuck this up like I have before. I think it'd be better if I just shut my mouth, 'cause I hate how I look, how I sound. I just can't have this feeling of falling in love. So proxying my feelings on a digital dove. I've been back inside your soul for a really long time now. So why do you feel so far away?
Hello, Byron? Yeah. You know me.
Just so scared of putting all this pressure on you. I care so much, but I still got these feelings too. Every time I hear you laugh, I feel like I'm okay. So I'll never talk, I swear I'll never say. I just can't have this feeling of falling in love. So I'm seeing my feelings on a digital dove. I've been back inside your soul for a really long time now. So why do you feel so far away?
right. I don't understand. Did something happen to you after I left for magic school?
What? No! I don't see what that has to do with anything. Why would you even ask that?
Okay. And even though I didn't and won't give this track the liked monitor, I did like the track. Now, what would I say about it? It's another one of those kind of. We're back on the, long distance yearning kind of thing, which I know about. But, what was I gonna say? It was another one of those. Just one of those more subtle moments again that, definitely was a good listen. Only thing is, I don't feel like I remember as many moments of this as, a few of the previous tracks. But it's still in the penthouse, just, like a decent ways in, but closer to the door than the VIP rope.
Why are you so protective of the way that I am? I can do this by myself, don't you understand? I don't need to be fixed, I'll make this life my own. And if they laugh at me, I'll make your heart my home. Do you know that it's alright? I was tripping on the phone again, you sounded so depressed. Will you tell? Was it you or me? I just don't know what went wrong, just wanted to make you smile. Don't cry no more, don't cry no more, don't cry no more, I'm right here. It's been a while, you've got the prettiest voice. They're so lucky to have you, you were the obvious choice. I'm not that great at dancing, still you're leading me anyway. What's this feeling I'm having? Just want you to stay. Woke up that morning, had a missed text from you. Said you wanted to tell me something. Oh fuck, what did I do? Pulled hair out of my mane and overate again. This anxiety is killing me, or did I just forget? We've been dancing for so long. Now I understand. I'm in love. I'm in love. I'm in love with your heart. That silent smile that you smile at me. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's on your mind. 'Cause I don't know. I've been trying. 'Cause I don't know.
Okay. Just because that's gonna go straight in the next song, I'm gonna stop it right here to get my thoughts on it. And actually, I should have been done this, but it had me so on the edge of my seat, and like whatever anxiety was trying to be portrayed here, especially in the beginning 2 legs, like y'all could probably see it on my face. I was feeling every bit of it. but that's okay. I loved it though. I loved it. 'Cause like the writing on here is, I would say, like lyric for lyric, this is the best writing so far on this album. You know, not any of them were badly written at all. It's just this one is just, I don't know, it's just takes it up another notch for me. And you know, I really like how, like, you know, how like subtle and detailed, you know, the production is here. I mean it is well put together. See, I was so focused on the story that like I couldn't lock it in as much to the little stuff as I would have wanted to, but everything just really added to the experience. I'm actually putting this one in the VIP. This is the first one I'm putting in the VIP. You know, 'cause like I felt every bit of this. You know, like every second, every little line, every little word. Like, and does that, you know, make it a, you know, personal pick more than anything? Sure. It's my channel. Sue me. But that out the way, let's keep chugging along.
'Cause I've been trying. So hurry up and brush the soul griffin. I've been relaxed and think I might lose it. A friendship doesn't matter, no, it just won't help. I've been crying all alone in a feather-bound hell. For a second I would lay it all beside myself. I'm a victim of protagonist syndrome. Protagonist syndrome. Protagonist syndrome. A friendship doesn't matter, no, it just won't help. I've been crying all alone in a feather-bound hell. For a second I would lay it all beside myself. I'm a victim of protagonist syndrome. Please pardon this aggression. Can't you see I'm stressing? I wanna help you, I really do, but I still can't help myself. I just don't know how to tell you. It's not the same as it used to be. Fighting the cynic behind his piercing eyes. If only you could feel my racing heart, heart, heart. Ooh, heart, heart, heart. Been living the lie that you told for me. Yeah, tell me, feel free to smile.
decide not to be lame anymore, give me a call.
Okay, so there was a little bit of a, I want to say contrast, but I guess not really. What it really was more like was it was one of those like almost, I don't want to call it dark, but definitely not upbeat, and yet production, and yet very bouncy. Definitely the different element. I'm trying to find the right word. What's it called? But those kind of elements, whether it was whether it was the subtle EDM throughout, or like the little I guess I'll just call it Hispanic, even though I'm sure that is way wrong. It's just not coming to mind for me right now. I'm having a stupid right now. But anyway, back to that song. Just everything came together really well for a contrast of. It definitely felt like lyrically it was not on a happy moment. It was on a tense, passive aggressive moment. But you know what? It was another really good one. It's in the penthouse. Very close to the VIP, actually. Very close. Despite the tenseness, I still very much enjoyed myself.
Sing a song about life. Oh, stop smiling. I'm gonna punch your fucking face in. I'm sick and tired of your goddamn pacing. Cause you know that you done it. Isometrica, push and pull and change and kill your best. Did you know you're not a waste of space? You're good despite all that. Don't you understand? You made me this way. So don't complain. You made me the villain you needed from me. Committing purpose to this pain. Isometrica, listen to my heart. This brand new story we thought we had. Please don't ever call me again. You made me wanna kill myself. But now you're just an empty shell of what you try to make of me. I'm so much fucking better than you, so shut the fuck up. If you hate that I'm gonna let just to piss you off. And it's a game of show and tell, of my heaven and your hell. I'm so much happier cause you fucked with me. Cause I could shove it in your face that I lived. Didn't your mama ever teach you how to write a letter? I was at her funeral trying to make you feel better. Least you could do is say you're sorry and you want me to be happy instead of questioning my courage. Cause I don't fucking write.
That's better.
You've been playing pretend with the man upstairs cause you killed him some time ago. The sun will rise every day, with or without you. So suck it up, say you're sorry. Why'd you have to call me a faggot? Everything I healing is just magic. You put yourself at the top and you come back down just to write your own tragic. You say that respect is earned, so why aren't you earning it? You really thought a change we could change. You're such a pussy little bitch, pussy little bitch.
ever conceive of that will come close to what I will exact upon you one day.
Thank you for watching our movies. We were just hope you were terrified, and it took a lot of effort. And look at the next clip so you can. What about me? What about me? What about me? No. What about me? What about me?
We've been waiting here for 2 days.
Liar. I've only been waiting for like half an hour.
Cool car. That's better.
It's a beautiful car. Isn't it a beautiful car?
I am Gary Sutterberg. Don't look at him. I'm a twin brother in the room. Everyone, let's see the twin brother.
See the sister. Lisa, are you okay?
He is not okay, but
He's not okay. Doesn't make him okay. Doesn't make him okay.
That Elmo in a bath towel.
Okay, so in terms of the song itself, on the one hand, I don't get the outro, but on the other, I appreciate it because we needed a little bit of a moment to collectively just breathe and listen to something else, you know, besides the music after that intense ass track. My goodness. I mean, you know, the production is cranked back up. The vocals, you know, back to getting more heavy. The lyrics, my God. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, by the way. I still think this one was, I think it was good. I think it was well made. It is in the penthouse. You know, it's just not something I'd return to much. You know, kind of, I won't make any Monarch comparisons here, but I think y'all know what direction I would go if I were making any comparison. But either way, let's get on to the next track.
I don't love you anymore. Goodbye. I've been dreaming of you in a non-existent meet cute. But I've been carrying your shit since the start. And I'm not in love with you anymore. Yeah, we both fucked up. You're a diamond in the rough, but I was digging so long, I gave my soul up. I know we kissed in a non-existent meet cute. Whatever, I don't give a fuck about your shitty music or your dresses anymore. I was head over heels for you once upon a time. You were a rarity, reduced to a nursery rhyme. I don't really care who you're fucking anymore. I know you sea. I'm not a baby dragon anymore. I can breathe fire, but what for? Why does it piss me off when I get left out, left out, left out? I don't want to admit that I've been homesick. Is nostalgia my inherent weakness? I've been trying my hardest, but I've still been getting jealous. Somebody else is feeling good, but I swear we kissed, we kissed, we kissed. And not existing, being you. Not existing, not existing, not existing, being you, being you. Not existing, being you. Not existing, not existing, not existing, being you. Not existing, being you.
Have a good time, man. Have some fun. Having fun is okay. Get some love in your life, whether that be another person or just loving yourself, man.
Okay, I guess between this art here and some of the things that were said in here, anyone in the comments can tell me if I'm wrong. Am I reading this wrong, that this is kind of like a Spike and Rarity thing from the perspective of Spike, but also like Spike's envy now? Like, again, I haven't been in the fandom in years, so if that's a common headcanon, I'm not aware of it, but I'm for it. I think. It depends, but I think I am. So, as for the song itself, again, it's kind of like the production, the instrumental almost feels like it should be sweet, but like there's this edge to it that's reflected in the broader lyrics and story, and I'm really with that. I'm really with that. So with that said, first of all, let me get one of these, and yeah, it once again put it in the penthouse. Again, I wouldn't say everything's hit so far, but nothing, but for the most part it has. And obviously nothing's been relegated to the stairs or the living room. So, we'll see. How far in are we? Dang, already. Okay. Let's keep going.
Love is good.
I've got them, tough them, linked, right on, I've got them, tough them, linked, right on,
Fishes in the watch, shorty. Check. Watch shorty hot.
They told me that I could be anything, then left to me when I tried. Do I even know who I am? Or am I overthinking again? Attagoraphobia, superstition take a hold of me. Thought it would come naturally. Just tell me I'll be fine. Fuck this metamorphosis, I just wanna take my time.
Rose gold pictures in the white.
Sing a song about life. You know, some ponies would dream of having parents like that. Yeah, right. Name one. Me. Growing up, I never thought I'd be the best at anything because no pony ever told me.
Okay, so that one was it definitely leaned the most into the EDM of the track so far. It was more of what I was expecting going in, and overall, pretty nice, pretty nice. Now, is it like up there? I mean, definitely no, but I definitely still put it in the penthouse. Just kind of like in, but not too far in. But anyway, so this is the part in the recording where I am actually going to take a break and then come back. Because I can tell that like I'm getting noticeably tired, and I'm sorry, it happens, but we'll return. Alright, your boy is back. Yeah, got a little something done in the meanwhile. Yes, this will be a part of the rest of the video, so. But anyways, let's get back to the next track because I am feeling awakened afresh all over again. So this one was another more subdued track, and if I'm remembering how the rest was going up to here, this one is definitely one of the more hopeful ones, like more genuinely hopeful ones. And I feel like everything and everyone on here did really good. Obviously, obviously I've heard Vylet Pony before, but like Galaxy Squid and Astro Eden, I am not as familiar with their game, so I couldn't tell you which parts were their parts. I just know that wherever they were, there was nothing that I had any complaints about, so that's a good start. But it was just a pleasant little track, just nice on the ears, and one of the less intense tracks. And overall, definitely enjoyed it among the batch of the less intense tracks. It's in the penthouse, like probably right smack dab in the middle of between the door and the velvet rope of the VIP. Now, with that being said, next one. that was an interesting track with a few directions it went. I mean, it started at kind of more chill EDM, as it was building up, but then suddenly it started, getting more and more intense, and it was like once it hit peak intensity around like 3.5 minutes in, like I would even say it was like any sort of EDM-ish element at that point, or at least not many, but but it was definitely like it definitely felt like it would have been the big drop if there was any. And sort of the message of like you're your own worst monster, and the way to, and you kill it by basically facing it, and not letting it consume you. I mean, obviously I'm down with that, but so in terms of if I had to give an overall ranking to it, again, it's in the penthouse. I sound like a broken record saying that, but I mean, a couple times it's gotten close to breaking through to VIP, but at the same time, nothing has backslid enough to make me say, okay, not this one. And yeah, it continues. The streak continues. It's on a good streak so far. On to the next track. So again, a shorter track, chill track, but obviously, like a lot of like how do I say it? Like I wouldn't even call it heartbreak here so much as like the numbness after once it's really set in, and I get, and so I mean, it's not. Let me add that one to likes real quick. You know, I'm doing that thing where I'm struggling with words, but it's like, it's the thing of where I liked it, you know, and you know, it's just there's not much to go off of, you know, but I do still think it's done pretty good. It's like in the penthouse, just in. Words aren't working right now. So let's get back to listening.
Does it feel like you've been dancing with yourself after ferrying an ocean to an isle of delight? Overindulging in envious revel, confections that spoil over time. Once the honeymoon phase is over, maybe our heads will be clear. 'Cause love is a water eroded by stone, a force as eccentric as yesterday. Surprised that the ones around their mouth felt deserving of the pride. Kept my mouth shut for so many fucking years, keeping to myself and masking out of this fear. I don't know where to begin. Been dancing with my nightmares again. Feels like you wanted to run away, so I'll cherish another heart. Well, that's just the cost of memories, and I'll feel so perfect for a while. I'm sorry I didn't tell you anything, but crises you're in secret, baby. I've been flying a kite, learning how to love life once more, to know the catharsis of loving again reminds us of how much we bled. Oh, there's no happy ending. There's no happy ending. There's no happy ending. There's no happy ending.
Oof. You know, I'm gonna maybe be a little too personal here, but I mean, this came out in 2021, and let me see when in 2021 this came out. It came out in July, which it might have been shortly after a time where there was this one person who, he can go fuck himself to this day. But I mean, to 2021, I was, well, no, at that point I wasn't yet 23. So, okay, it hadn't happened yet, but sometime in within the next few months, there would be this person I meet, online. I'd end up getting together with him and breaking up within 3 weeks, and a song like this definitely would have helped in that time, because this actually puts into words so much of what I felt in that time. But instead of the figures, instead of the words sort of being to him directly, would have been more to everyone around that situation, the friends who were familiar with everything, that sort of had an idea what was going on. This really puts it into words better than anything I've seen or come across. And it helps that the song is damn good too. We're back to the really freaking intense tracks, but another one that really struck a personal chord with me. You know what? This is my channel. This is my ranking. This one's going in the VIP as well. we get an instrumental track that to kind of decompose from the last one, yet also in a way, like I read that as, our character after that last track, after that, last outburst, I guess you could say, just going away to the City of the Silent and just kind of sitting there, just letting everything kind of come upon them and just feeling, how do I describe what they'd be feeling rushing over them? Because I'm thinking, is emptiness the right word? It's the best one I can think of. So that's another one. Even though I'm not giving it a like, I liked it. But since it's an instrumental track, I won't necessarily give it a rating. But leave it to Vylet Pony to be, to pace their album in such a way where they follow up their most intense track with, something to give the listener room to breathe before, I guess, things crank back up again, maybe? We'll see.
Just off El Camino, on the corner of Ponderosa, I had my first kiss. It felt fake, but I had to make the most of it. Sipping milk tea with my friends, Austin looked at me and said, "Ain't this shit?" And I said, "Sure," but it was pretty good. We passed by it on the way to my graduation day. You didn't have to come, but you did anyway. Oh, we wrote stories in my parents' living room on my grandma's old piano and the Takamine guitar you always brought. I really wish that I had brought you to the corner where I won my first Crayon prize and where I made most of my friends, most of my friends. The corner I was passing now 10 years ago, in that car where I had hoped that I could kill myself. But it's alright, it's alright, it's alright, it's okay. 'Cause my heart was a Ponderosa sea, Ponderosa sea, and we were seabound, we were seabound. 8/27, June 22nd, summer 12. We made a decision that would surely put us through hell. Yeah, it seemed so simple, it seemed like nothing at all. But embracing this fantasy was our past lives' curtain call. It started with the mare and the moon and the wedding too. It wasn't just a phase, just a doorway to another view. Whoa. It was the dragon in the mirror and the dream that he had fought that revealed a better life we could nurture, no matter what, no matter what, no matter what.
That one. Actually, well, let me. That one was oddly the sweetest one yet. And at the same time, also felt like it, you know, in some aspects, it could have fit. It felt like a story like this could fit right in on like a Ace of Thorns record. Sorry, not sorry, but really, like there was something. Okay, I'm sure you all heard that one. It's getting, yeah, the weather's getting worse, but the album's getting better. So we are gonna finish it. But rating this one, VIP again. So let's go.
You're just a kid running down a dark and
kid who kept running. And I really liked it as a closer. I think this album in general closed really strongly. But in terms of that song specifically, I mean, it's being a little more simple, a little more stripped back, obviously with the keys throughout, adding a little extra pizzazz to it. But all in all, I mean, it was kind of it is a sweet way to end the album on, and I like it ending on this note. So with that said, the song is in the penthouse just outside the VIP. And so now, what I think of the album, in its totality, I really like the story, the ups and downs of it, the different themes coming up, the motifs like sing a song about life, or the themes of surprise, the album made by a lesbian My Little Pony fan is very queer. I haven't said it throughout, but it kind of hasn't needed to be said, because the overtones and undertones are so present that it's kind of obvious, but also just the ups and downs of falling in and out of love, heartbreak, and the intense emotions that come out of that. I mean, shoot, I confessed something on this channel that I've never mentioned yet, because it got that out of me. And I mean, those who follow this channel, but also those who know me, know that doesn't happen often. So that does speak to something about this album. That does speak to something, at least in terms of from my personal experience, but also just in general. And so with that said, it's definitely in the penthouse. Not quite in the VIP, but close. With that said, if you are still watching after this long, you are a legend. Thank you so much. And don't forget to hit the likes, hit the subscribes, ring that bell, leave a comment. And as always, thank you for coming to my house music. Stay a while.